So Donald Trump at a Pennsylvania rally has revealed his plan to defeat the left and Biden in the 2024 U.S. presidential election. So Donald Trump recently rallied in a competitive county that narrowly went to Trump in 2016 and narrowly went to Biden in 2020. So Donald Trump has revealed his plan slash strategy, whatever you want to call it, to defeat Biden and the left in the 2024 presidential election. And it wasn't just one simple thing. In that plan, he stated a few things. In fact, he stated 5 things to be exact that, is part of his plan to defeat Biden and the left in 2024. So, like I said, number one, as we all know, Donald Trump's one of his strategies is to actually campaign in counties that he narrowly lost in 2020, and I think that's a good plan, and it seems to be working. And he, like I mentioned earlier, campaigned in a competitive county that narrowly went to him in 2016 and narrowly flipped to Biden in 2020. And if Donald Trump continues to campaign in counties that he narrowly lost, he could possibly flip them, and it will ultimately help him flip the election into his favor. So basically, Donald Trump had a list of 5 things. Part of his plan, he had 5 things inside of his plan that he revealed in his campaign rally speech in Pennsylvania. He listed 5 things, and we have a list of them. So Donald Trump's plan to beat the left at their is to beat the left at their own game. Strategy is for the GOP primary candidates to rally behind him, and his second strategy is for the Republican Party to stop dividing the party. So Donald Trump is arguing that the GOP candidates that is running against him should ultimately drop out immediately and rally behind Trump if they want him to, if they want Biden to be, out in 2024. So what Trump is arguing here is that, and part of Trump's plan is that if these Republican candidates that are running for president in 2024 on the debate stage, such as candidates like Ron DeSantis, Nikki Haley, Vivek Ramaswamy, Tim Scott, etc., Asa Hutchinson, he's arguing that those type of candidates that's running, for 2024, their president campaign, he's arguing that they should drop out immediately and rally behind him if they want Biden to be out in 2024. He's arguing if you are a Republican candidate that is in the primaries and you want Biden to be out in 2024, you should drop out immediately and rally behind Trump. And Trump's third plan ultimately is to outspend the Democrats in terms of funding, because if you guys did not know, Joe Biden and the Democrats have outspent tremendously the Republicans, and Joe Biden has raised more money than Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis combined. Hear me out. Joe Biden alone has raised more money than Donald Trump, Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis combined. So Joe Biden is tremendously outspending Trump and DeSantis combined. And it's not just Joe Biden. If you take a look back at the 2022 midterms, we'll dive deep into that later. A lot of these Democratic candidates, they outspent their opponents, which led them to victory, retaining the Senate. So we'll get into that later. But the fourth thing, I would say, part of Trump's plan in that Pennsylvania rally that he revealed is to promote vote-by-mail method. Donald Trump revealed in that Pennsylvania rally that in his new plan to beat Biden in 2024, he is wanting to promote the vote-by-mail method, which helped Democrats win the 2020 election. So Donald Trump is basically urging Republicans to beat the left at their own game, because you all know what the left would like to do. The left loves promoting vote by mail method. So Donald Trump, is saying, hey, maybe we should beat the left at their own game and start promoting vote by mail method as well. And same goes for early voting. Donald Trump has also stated in that rally that part of his plan that he revealed in Pennsylvania is to promote early voting, which is also beating the left at their own game, as the left loves to promote early voting. So Donald Trump is saying, hey, we should just copy what the Democrats are doing. So Donald Trump's new updated strategy for 2024, heading into 2024 to beat Biden and the Democrats, is to promote ballot drop-off boxes and to promote, you know, voting by mail and, ballot drop-off boxes. And Donald Trump has stated clearly that he wants to do that because it will beat the Democrats at their own game, and that's what helped the Democrats win in the 2020 election, is with the ballot drop-off boxes. And Donald Trump wants to make, is urging Republicans to make their own drop-off boxes. And basically, Donald Trump, what he wants to do is get the turnout, because when it comes to the Democrats heavily outspending the GOP in terms of funding, Donald Trump has urged Republicans to get turnout in 2024 by creating their own ballot drop-off boxes to get turnout, because the best way that the Republicans can defeat the Democrats outspending them is by getting turnout. If you have a lot of turnout, then you won't need to be, all afraid or worried about them outspending you, because when you're getting the turnout, you really don't care how much you're spending and how much you're, not spending, but fundraising, because what the Democrats are doing, they are outspending the Republicans. And you take a look at the 2022 midterms, and that's an example here. But what Donald Trump is putting out the message is if he can get a lot of turnout, if the Republicans can get a lot of turnout in 2024, the Democrats outspending them or out fundraising them won't matter, as long as if the Republicans turn out their base like they, somewhat did in 2016. And what Donald Trump is also arguing is that Republicans such as Ron DeSantis is wasting his money on something that is not going to work out for him. Instead of Ron DeSantis just wasting his own money just to lose polling numbers, he should spend it on helping Trump get elected in 2024. Because what Donald Trump is arguing is that DeSantis is wasting his own money just to lose more support, as that is true. DeSantis is spending more money as he loses support, which if DeSantis was smart enough, he would drop out immediately and spend all that money on helping Trump get reelected in 2024. Because if DeSantis and the establishment really cared about Biden getting out of office in 2024, they would drop out immediately, and they would ultimately immediately start fundraising to get Trump elected. Because the establishment, they just play politics. The establishment Republican play politics, such as Ron DeSantis. If Ron DeSantis really cared about defeating Biden in 2024, he would drop out and support Trump. But DeSantis is trying to gain his own political benefits, and he's not going to drop out and support Trump, because that shows that he truly doesn't care if Biden wins or not in 2024. Because if DeSantis and the establishment Republicans really cared about Biden losing in 2024, they would support Trump and rally behind him. But it looks like they're trying to play politics. The establishment Republican Party is trying to play politics, and it's not going to help them win. It's not going to help Biden, it's not going to help them defeat Biden, because if the establishment, such as Ron DeSantis, really wanted to defeat Biden, they would drop out and support Trump. But it doesn't seem like that way, as Ron DeSantis and his campaign spent nearly $8 million. All that money could have went to go to Donald Trump, because that $8 million is going to waste. That $8 million is going to Ron DeSantis' grave, because Ron DeSantis continues to lose support. So Ron DeSantis spending $8 million is not going to benefit him, as he continues to lose support. So instead of Ron DeSantis wasting that $8 million, he should spend it on getting Trump elected, because if he really cared about Biden, getting out of office in 2024, he would immediately help Trump. But he's just spending his own money just for his political benefit, which is actually losing him support. And as I stated earlier, Biden raised more than $72 million for his 2024 campaign since announcing his candidacy in April, and that surpasses Trump and Ron DeSantis' funding both combined together. So like I said, if Donald Trump's message is to get, voter turnout and create their own ballot drop-off boxes, then they won't have to worry about the Democrats out fundraising them if they can, get the turnout they need. Because when the Republicans don't get a lot of turnout, they are going to have to worry about the spending. Which, like I said, if you go take a look at the 2022 Senate midterms or the midterms in general, Democratic candidates such as Catherine Cortez Masto from Nevada heavily outspended Adam Laxalt, and she won her race narrowly by 0.8%. You take a look at up in Pennsylvania, John Fetterman heavily outspent Dr. Oz. He beat him. You take a look at Arizona, Mark Kelly heavily outspent his Republican opponent and ultimately won that election. You took a look at what happened in Georgia. It's a lot of these races in Georgia that Democrats such as Raphael Warnock heavily outspent Herschel Walker, and he won his race. That's due to the fact that Republicans do not get their turnout. What Donald Trump is urging, and Donald Trump's message in that rally in Pennsylvania, his message to defeat Biden in 2024 is to get that turnout. And to get turnout, you need early voting. You need to promote vote by mail, and that's what Donald Trump is ultimately doing. He wants to beat the Democrats at their own game. So Donald Trump's new strategy heading into 2024 is basically promote mail-in voting, early voting, and promote ballot drop-off boxes, because that will help Trump get elected in 2024, and that's what Trump's new strategy is, and I think it's going to help him if the Republican Party and the establishment listen to him. But as of right now, the establishment Republicans are very stupid, because if they really cared about, beating Biden in 2024, they would support Trump instead of burning their money to the ground, losing to Trump, as Trump is polling very high, very well in the Republican primaries. So there you guys go. Look at the 2022 Senate midterms as an example, and fundraising is a major problem. And as I said time and time again in this video, that if Republicans can get their turnout in 2024, Democrats outspending them, out fundraising them will not be as much as an issue as it is right now. They need their turnout, and that's what Donald Trump is urging, and that's his new, strategy plan to defeat the left in 2024. So let me know your thoughts and opinions on Donald Trump's new strategy that he is promoting to beat Biden in 2024. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section down below. And we are approaching 400 subscribers. We are a few subscribers away, so consider subscribing as well.